Hey everybody, hope y'all are doing well. Today is going to be a somewhat shorter recording because I actually have an in-class exercise for you all to do today. So you are going to practice interviewing, which is exciting, very, very exciting. So what I want you to do, and here's the step-by-step in the slides here, is number one, pair up with somebody. Should be two of you. Pair up with somebody. Number two, use a recording device. So whether that's your phone or a computer or an external recorder of sorts, I'm guessing a phone and computer is probably going to be most convenient. Record the interview. So one person is going to interview the other for about 20 minutes, and you're going to switch it up. And then the other person is going to interview the other for another 20 minutes. And you're going to record each of those interviews. Okay, make sure you record them because you're going to post those recordings into a Google Drive folder. So you're going to practice those recordings. Practice the things that you've been reading about in the readings and that we've talked about in class of get used to what is it like to actually conduct an interview, to be both an interviewee and an interviewer. What are some of the norms? What are the things that's going on? How do I get more comfortable with this? And make sure you practice things like informed consent. So you see a couple of bullets down there. Make sure you inform the person who's being interviewed. What is the study about? Two, how will information be stored and then later destroyed? Three, is it okay to record the conversation? Make sure you get permission to do so. And then four, mention that the interview can be stopped at any point if the interview participant so chooses. So if the interview participant wants to stop or doesn't want to answer specific questions, they do not have to. You're going to upload your practice recordings into a shared folder. Make sure you try to title it, your name, practice interview. So that's what I want you to do today. That's all the directions. And I have a couple links here in the slides as well. This is the interview guide for your practice interviews for you to use, what we made in class. This might look a little different because I'm recording it at a different time than what we're actually working on it, but that's going to be linked to the interview guide that you can actually use for these interviews. And then here is your Google folder to upload your interview recordings to, so I can transcribe them for some coding and analysis practice later. So you can click on that link. That'll bring you right now to an empty folder, but it won't be empty soon. So make sure you do all of that. And if you don't have access to that Google Drive folder, let me know. We'll get you access. Don't worry about that. I do now actually, though, before you get going, want to go to the Moodle page quickly. Let's go to our class. I just want to point out the different links here. So let's get to our class date. All right. So you see that on the 24th, 3-24, that there is a link to the practice recordings, okay? This is the same link that I posted in the slides. You're going to upload here, okay? That's where you're uploading your practice interviews. That's all you got to worry about there. And then I'll upload your actual transcriptions into a different folder for you. But I also want to point out that down a little bit further is a link that when you actually do your assignment interviews, here's where you're going to record them. You don't report them in this, that's not the best circle, but you're not going to record them in the same places. Don't upload your actual assignment interview that you're doing for your qualitative interviews and analysis assignment. Don't upload those to the practice folder. Upload to this folder. They're two different ones because I will transcribe those for you as well for your assignment. And I also want to point out too, next class period, we are not formally meeting. Can you see this? Conduct your interview with someone outside of class using the interview guide we developed. So our practice class interview guide that you may or may not use for the actual assignment, because your assignment you can develop your own. Go conduct a interview outside of class. Okay, so that's for next class period. So we're not going to actually meet formally. You don't have to meet formally. Go practice your interview. You don't have to record that interview, those practice interviews. You're recording the ones today and uploading those to the Google Drive folder. But don't get confused with this link down here, right here. That's your assignment. Record. You don't have to actually do anything with that just yet, not until you actually do your recordings. Now, could you use the time between now and coming classes to actually record your formal interview assignment? Absolutely. Do whatever. You can do that at any point. But I want to get your practice in first, which is today, and then practice. You have time to practice next class period too. I also included the same a link for the assignment, Google Drive folder, the assignment recordings. So you can use that as well, right here. It's the same link as the one up above for your assignment recordings. Again, difference in practice and assignment recordings. I just want to include it in multiple spots so you knew exactly where you could go get it. But that's all that I have. So we'll talk next class period. I'll give an overview of the practice interviews qualitative summary assignment. You can look on the Moodle page. It's pretty straightforward, but I'll give an overview again next class period. Other than that, all I want you to do is practice interviews today. Use that interview guide, upload those practice interviews, and use these steps to do so. So please let me know of any questions, how this all goes, but good luck and have fun with it.